You've seen the disturbing image, the bird-like mask, long leather coat, wide-brimmed hat, but few know the real story behind the plague doctors of the 18th century, a dark symbol of Europe's most terrifying pandemics. These were not just doctors in costume, they were men stepping into the heart of death, appointed by cities rather than hospitals, often underpaid, untrained, and unprepared for what awaited them in plague-infested streets. While the Black Death began centuries earlier, outbreaks persisted well into the 1700s, and the memory of its devastation haunted every corner of the continent. Plague doctors were expected to treat the sick, record the dying, perform autopsies, and sometimes even issue death certificates, all while the threat of infection loomed with every breath. Their infamous attire, the beaked mask, wasn't merely theatrical. The beak was packed with strong-smelling herbs like rosemary, cloves, mint, and camphor. Based on the miasma theory, which believed foul odors caused illness, the mask also featured glass lenses to protect their eyes, and they wore long wax-coated robes and leather gloves to prevent skin contact. They carried a wooden cane, not just to examine patients from a distance but also to move bodies and signal instructions without speech. This entire outfit was the 18th century version of a hazmat suit, and while it offered some protection, it was far from foolproof. These doctors walked through homes filled with the dying, held the hands of children burning with fever, lanced swollen buboes filled with infected pus, and tried to stop a disease no one understood. Treatments ranged from bloodletting and leeches to vinegar rubs and concoctions made from crushed emeralds or mercury, a reflection of a time when science, superstition, and desperation blended into one. While some plague doctors were respected as brave and self-sacrificing, others took advantage of the chaos, demanding payment from grieving families, stealing valuables from corpses, or selling fake cures. Their legacy is a complex one, a mix of heroism, horror, and helplessness. As modern medicine advanced and the final plague outbreak subsided, these doctors disappeared from the streets but survived in culture and imagination. The iconic plague mask re-emerged centuries later in art, Gothic literature, steampunk fashion, haunted house attractions, and pandemic memes, becoming a symbol not just of medieval horror but of the universal fear of disease and death. Today, that beaked mask continues to fascinate and terrify us, because it represents a moment in human history where the boundary between healer and the helpless was razor thin, and survival wore a costume stitched from ignorance and hope. So next time you come across that haunting mask, whether on a t-shirt, a Halloween shelf, or a video game, remember, it wasn't created for fear. It was created for protection in an era where the line between medicine and myth was as blurred as the fog of the plague itself. If stories like these intrigue you, the ones that go beyond the surface into the forgotten corners of history, then don't forget to like this video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to the Historical Vault. Because here, we don't just tell history, we resurrect it.